Aquaman is perhaps one of the most recognizable superheroes ever, and yet, beyond his infamous ability to talk to fish, many people don't actually know that much about what he can do. For instance, did you know that he can leap 4 stories high? Basically see in the dark? He can do a lot more than just chat up seeing enemies. So with his solo film hitting theaters, now seems like a great time to dive in and take a look at what the King of Atlantis is capable of. What a convenient opportunity. If you enjoy exploring the depths of some of your favorite superhero films, be sure to click the subscribe button and ring the little bell to be notified whenever we upload new content. You'll be absolutely hooked. Origins. To fully understand Arthur Curry's powers, we first gotta take a look at who Arthur Curry is and where he came from. The man the world would come to know as Aquaman was born to a human lighthouse keeper named Tom Curry and the exiled Queen of Atlantis, Atlanta. The child of 2 worlds, growing up, Arthur never really could fit in anywhere, so he developed a deep love for the sea and all its creatures, which was a bit of a fortunate turn of events since as an adult he became Aquaman, guardian of the ocean. Upon taking the throne of Atlantis, he sought to unite the 7 kingdoms of the sea, which he was able to do after many trials and tribulations. During this time, he also reluctantly joined up with the original version of the Justice League of America, the role for which he is probably best known by mainstream audiences. So basically, he is a human Atlantean hybrid with killer leadership skills? While there is a bit more to him than just that. Powers and weaknesses. Aquaman's Atlantean physiology grants him the sea lion's share of his superhuman abilities, including but not limited to his ability to breathe both on land and water, along with superhuman strength, stamina, durability, and reflexes. He also has enhanced senses, granting him a form of night vision along with hearing and smell that is several times more powerful than that of a normal human. He can also sense where water is from fairly sizable distance away and has a sort of echolocation ability. So he doesn't have just 5 or 6 senses, he has 7. Of course, he also possesses what is referred to as marine telepathy, or the ability to communicate telepathically with, you know this part, it's talking to fish. He can talk to fish. It's kind of one of his most well-known traits. Though it's a bit more than that, as this is due in large part to his ability to access something known as the Clear, which is actually the same force that Swamp Thing can tap into that he calls the Green. This access to the Clear has led to some pretty awesome things in the comics, like when he summoned up a shark to attack some parademons, or his super move from Injustice, which is just terrifyingly cool. However, every superhero needs weaknesses. Superman has kryptonite, Martian Manhunter has fire, Green Lantern has wood in the color yellow? Aquaman has one rather major weakness due to his Atlantean heritage. Basically, he has to return to the water on a regular basis or he will start to weaken greatly. Makes sense given that he is essentially a marine mammal, but it's a bit of an issue during all of those long superhero missions, especially ones in the desert. Skills and abilities. Arthur Curry isn't just a superpowered merman. In fact, his life experiences have led to him being a highly skilled leader and fighter. He excels at hand-to-hand combat, including the use of Atlantean tridents and quindents, which from the look of would probably hurt even if you weren't being bashed in the head with one by a fish man with super strength. Alongside his personal combat abilities, he is also a master tactician, able to command the armies of Atlantis with an advanced strategic sense and his natural leadership qualities. Speaking of leadership, as King of Atlantis, Aquaman has developed quite the aptitude towards diplomacy. Despite his diplomatic acumen, he still tends to prefer to solve things with violence though, due in large part to often growing frustrated with less autocratic societies. Of course, Aquaman is also a master swimmer. It does seem a little redundant to point out that a merman is a good swimmer, but there you go. Had to at least mention it. Equipment. As if all of those sweet superpowers and skills weren't enough, Aquaman also possesses a handful of items that aid him in his deep-sea fin kicking. First up are the 2 major tridents that he has wielded over the years. The Trident of Neptune, which is technically a quindent, not a trident, but we're gonna let that slide, and the Trident of Poseidon. Both have granted him additional magical abilities, such as creating tidal waves and summoning rainbows. Best power ever. He also at one point lost a hand and had it replaced with a freaking hook. hook. No joke, there it is. This hook hand was later replaced with a water hand given to him by the Lady of the Lake called the Water Bearer that granted him even more magical abilities such as hydrokinesis and the ability to dehydrate people by touching them. And finally, we gotta mention the time that he possessed a Black Lantern ring, which raised him from the dead as a zombie and granted him numerous Lantern-esque abilities. A zombie merman. Sounds like something that you'd see less in a comic and more in Magic the Gathering. He got better though when the White Lantern Corps used the White Light of Life to return him to a normal, non-zombie Aquaman, allowing him to lurk beneath the waves, waiting to save the day once again. Now that you know that Aquaman is more than just that guy who can talk to fish, are you more excited to see the Aquaman film? Which superhero's powers would you like to see us break down next? Let us know down in the comments below, and while you're down there, don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe to ScreenRant here on YouTube for more awesome videos just like this one. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you at the movies.